I bought a 4-bedroom home in Tulsa, Oklahoma for $231,000. Here's what buying a house in today's market is really like. I recently bought my first home and I moved in with my niece, Aaliyah. When I started my home buying process, I went online and I was so overwhelmed. I really needed a human person who could walk me through this. And immediately someone I trusted said, you need to call Cindy. Cindy is the real estate agent and realtor, a member of the National Association of Realtors. I wouldn't have a home if it wasn't for Cindy.
How did Cindy help you with your home search?
Cindy really helped redirect me throughout the process. We spent a lot of time looking at comps in different neighborhoods. As a single, millennial, first-time buyer, I was convinced I needed a new construction because I'm not handy. But the reality was, I couldn't afford that new construction in Tulsa just yet. Cindy helped me place offers on 10 different homes, and none of them had worked out. If you've ever placed 10 offers on a home, you know how absolutely defeating and discouraging that feels. I can't tell you how many moments I cried in my car just because I really thought I found the home that was going to work out and it didn't.
How did Cindy help you shift strategies?
Cindy talked a lot with me about the pros and cons of buying new versus buying an older home that might need a little work. Ultimately, I decided on buying the older home for a couple reasons. The first was 2,500 square feet. That would not have been in my budget for a new construction in the Tulsa area. The other thing that really made me comfortable with going the older home route was Cindy had this massive list of contractors, people she had worked with. I trusted Cindy enough when she called and said, hey, just let me show you one more house. You still have time, there's no pressure, just come look at it. And immediately after walking in, I thought, oh my goodness, this is it. This is the house that I want to live in.
How did it feel when your offer was finally accepted?
When the offer was accepted on my house, I was so excited. I thought I'm moving. I thought the inspections were going to be an easy process. I got that inspection report, 80 pages of things that needed to be fixed. I was in tears with my dad. And I just told him, there's way too much on this list. How are we going to fix all this? So I called Cindy and I said, hey, I think this isn't the house for me. She said, okay, help me understand. And as we started walking through these issues, the things that really stressed me out, like a structural beam, I thought that would be a $20,000 expense. It actually ended up costing less than $1,000. But I wouldn't have known that unless I talked with Cindy and worked with her team of experts to help understand these things.
What's the biggest lesson you learned through this process?
I know for me, this house is the most expensive thing I've ever bought. Buying a home is not like going to the mall. It's not like buying a blouse. It's not even like buying a car. When you begin looking at homes, you're beginning a long negotiation process. Something I really appreciated about working with Cindy was that she's an expert who negotiates every single day. So I had this peace of mind knowing that whatever my process was going to be, Cindy was gonna make sure it was taken care of. I was more than just a deal she was going to close. She was just as invested in me and my niece finding a home as I was.
How do you feel now that you've moved in?
I feel so cool being a homeowner. I just am so proud of myself. This took years of saving. There's no way I could have done this on my own. I'm so glad I stuck this journey through, and I'm so grateful Cindy was able to guide me through the process. Sometimes I will just sit in the living room, drinking a cup of coffee with my dog, looking out my window thinking, I can't believe it. I own this yard. These windows are mine. This place is truly mine.